We did $82,200 in 38 days with just TikTok lives, without ads, without YouTube, without Shorts, without IG, and without a launch, and all of that with less than 1 hour a day of actual inputs. And so, who is this video for? This video is for info and coaching offer owners, specifically those sub $100,000 per month, because those just need more traffic. And those who actually just need more traffic in whatever other step of the journey they are, people with a small following who also have been told, yo, you need to just have more traffic and you can't scale because you have a small following, you just need to start running ads, which is not true. And people with dead accounts, especially with the new changes of the algorithms, it's super hard to get a lot of views on TikToks, it's super hard to get a lot of views on IG, and even if you get a couple thousand views, it still sucks converting all of them. So we will show you how we do it and why this is so goated. And also, don't mind all the sounds in the background. I'm in the middle of Thailand in a huge city surrounded by a jungle. So the birds and all the fucking traffic, just ignore it and lock in with me, alright? So why am I doing this video? I have a huge problem with this space. Everyone is just copycatting each other. They're just running the same funnels, the same videos, the same content. They're acting like there is nothing new you can actually do and change the up kind of your approach and like differentiate, you know. And this is just what I have been working on, and honestly I've been not showing a lot of that, especially in the last 6 to 8 months working on this specifically. But I just want to show you, you can still think outside the box. This game is not figured out at all. You can be unique, do different stuff, and make hella money. And so this is what we're going through today. And this will be groundbreaking for the entire space, because this is just one more traffic channel you can easily add with not a lot of work, which is heavily overlooked, and that actually makes you leave $100,000 per month on the table. And I have been working on this for the past 6 months, refining it, the entire system, really honing it down, and no one is even talking about this. And I will show you exactly how we're doing it, what we're doing, the exact step by step. You can literally start today after watching this video. And all of that, we did over $500,000 with just this process alone. And this will also help you avoid restrictions, because if you get restrictions, you are cooked. And then also, this will show you how to revive dead accounts. And so let's go into some proof. Here you see this is my WAP account, and you can see over $500,000 earned. And there's a couple communities that I currently co-own with a couple creators, which did $142,300 in the past 6 months. You could see $250,000 with other prem processors in 6 months. You see $74,300 in way less than 8 months, and you see $103,000 in 4 months, and you see $75,400 in probably also less than 6 months. And this only works for big accounts. No, it doesn't, because let's check out one of my clients who started out with 7,000 followers, who went from making 3K to 30K a month just off of the TikTok Live method. And then his account got clipped, he got banned. He started out with 300 followers on his backup account with only one reel. There's nothing else going on here. You see nothing but this one reel, which is also not performing at all. And then you still see, after the first day of going live, already 32 DMs, and I'll show you more in depth about that. Gaining 200 followers, then gaining another 200 followers one more day after that. And throughout this entire process, he gained almost 1,000 followers in a single week. And the requirements for just going live, if you have an aged account, can just be 50 followers. Usually it's 50 to 1,000 depending on how aged the account is, how much trust you got on it essentially. But it's still super easy to get started. And this can even revive dead accounts. Right now we have a client who we're actually helping get back, because he haven't posted in like months consistently at all, like one video every 3 months. And now he's getting back into it. His posts are catching up, almost 10,000, 15,000 views again. A lot of people actually qualified, and he's getting already calls booked from being hella inactive all this time. And TikTok is only shit leads. No, it's not true at all. First of all, you do get leads, because this is also an objection. You can't convert them, you don't get leads. You get leads. 96 leads in 2 days, and not just bullshit leads. Let me show you the split. We get 30% qualified leads, only 20% are unqualified, and yes, 50% are still in conversations. I'll tell you exactly why this is happening and how we're working against that. But let me show you just a couple examples of how shit the leads are. I have about 80 grand saved up, lol. I do $20,000 to $25,000 a month. I have 10K in credit cards. I have 10K. I have a little over 30K. I actually have more than 30K, but I will just to start small. I can invest 50K, and this is the craziest one. I am planning to invest $300,000 into this business. And you can see on top, great life as always. This is on the new account. This is on this account. There is nothing else but this life. All right. So you can see exactly this is amazing. And so why is this even working? Everyone is doing propaganda for webinars, how you need to start doing webinars and everything. And webinars are great, don't get me wrong, but they get saturated. They are tough to get started on. And TikTok Lives are not. Because TikTok Lives are mini webinars. You can just go on live and speak directly to the people, teach them, show them your expertise, and then actually they feel like they're getting something out of it. Also, what you get out of it, you get exposure and traffic rotation. So how the TikTok algorithm works is if you go live, you'll actually get exposed to new people on their For You page directly, and the traffic rotates through you a lot. So if you get like 50 average viewers, that doesn't mean it's only 50 people seeing you. It actually means usually to up to 1,000 people within the hour, if you go live for 1 hour, actually see you rotating, speaking about different stuff. And people are impulsive on TikTok. They will reach out if you're talking about something that they were interested in or are interested in. Parasocial connection. When you're speaking on live, it feels like you're actually speaking to them. It's like you're on the phone with them, or you're actually like in a live stream. And that's also why Twitch streamers are so big. It's so easy to build a parasocial connection when you're interacting with the chat, with the people, and everyone else. Monkey see, monkey do, funny analogy, but it really just means social proof, right? If I see many people talking in the chat, asking you questions, being like students popping and saying you're doing such a great job, others will follow up, be like, what is like actually working? Are you like actually a cool guy? Damn, everyone's asking questions. I'll ask something too. Everyone seems to be interested in this topic. I am too. And then there's no sales pressure at all, obviously, if you do it right. But you don't need to sell heavily. You can just talk about the topic and people will naturally ask questions and naturally get conversating with you and naturally reach out for more help if they actually want to pursue this. And now I'll show you exactly how this works. So top of the funnel, you go live daily for 1 hour minimum. You post one short a day showing that you're just active. You don't need to do this, but this is like if someone goes to your account, you're not super inactive. And if you have one YouTube video going out a week, that's the super maximizing bonus, and I'll tell you exactly how you can even increase how many views this YouTube video is getting. Then on the interest level, you're interacting with the live chat, you're showing proof, you're explaining concepts. So really just piquing the interest of the people in your live streams. Then for the short form, you have 3 pinned videos on your account, which are 1 for the proof, 1 for mechanism, and 1 for stories. And this is very key because we did that on this account up there, I already showed you, without these 3, and we actually got objections in the beginning of it. So change that as soon as you can. Then putting a YouTube video in bio. So if you don't have an actual book call funnel, we'll get into the funnels in a second, then you can put a YouTube video on top of everything in your bio and get a lot of benefits from there, because you can target major beginner blockers, warm people up, send them from the live stream to the YouTube video, so you get hella views and also people get hella warm. Then you can direct people from, if you're doing a DM funnel, from the DMs to the YouTube video to get them more warm. You can use it as a pre-call nurturing item, and so there's a lot of ways you can use it, but I would put the YouTube video in bio if you're not using a specific sales funnel with book calls. Then consideration phase, you either get them to DM you or book a call directly from your bio. And so let's get into the DM funnel and book call funnel differences. For the DM funnel, TikTok DMs don't work. They do work, but they have some downsides, so let's get into it. They need hella follow-ups. So what that means is you need to be super active, get dialed in, and on the other side of it, you can put a link in bio, which can be a YouTube video. So you are free to design everything you want, put there, and you get hella views and boost overall the algorithm. You can go from a couple 10 to 30 views to 500, 800 views and boost the overall account health, going up to multiple hundreds of views as average on all videos coming just after that. Then you don't even need a closer at all, because you can just design them as cash collection calls if you do the DMs properly. But you will need a dialed in DM setting process. That's definitely need to be locked in. Then book call, you need dialers, because if someone pops in from TikTok, they're very impulsive, and you will see TikTok struggles a lot with the no-show rate, and so you need dialers 5 minutes after they booked on a call. Reach out to them, text them, call them, speak to them, and make sure they actually pull up. On top of that, you need a good closer, because you need to close calls, obviously. And the better the close rate, the better. Then you're dialing in the post book. So you need sales assets. As I said, you can send a YouTube video, for example. You need good reminders. You need SMS speaking to them. You need a good thank you page, and all of that is really key. Then you're struggling with a no-show rate. That's what I kind of said. And then unless you triage text. So no-show rate is kind of expected, but if you triage, if you text, if you dial into post-booking and have a good closer, you will do very good with a book call funnel. And even on top, the $82,000 we did with a book call funnel. But maybe the $100,000 we did in 4 months, we did with the DM funnel. And so all work is just really coming down to how you like it more. Then for the intent, you can have a sales convo or a sales call, and then you purchase cash collection on a call. Always have that happen. What we found out in the last 6 months, I'll go over restrictions, target KPIs, and how to structure the lives. Restrictions. First of all, what do restrictions even do? Restrictions mean essentially there's two types of it. First type of it is where you get restricted on your live. No new viewers can actually join. And for that, after the restriction, I would only keep going. I have roughly 50% of the viewers, then I would dip. For the other restrictions, you can actually get your account restricted. And you want to avoid those at all costs because they will nerf how much range you get on your videos. This is how many viewers will pop into your lives and overall hurt the account's health long term. Don't want that happen. All of that comes in phases though. So there will be phases where you are just with more restrictions overall, which is normal. TikTok algorithm changes every 2 weeks. So you really want to dial it in when it's good and dial it in when it's bad. So you're always getting the best case out of it. You want to stay within guidelines. What does that mean? You don't want to guide people off the platform. You want to make sure you're not saying words like YouTube, Instagram, link, Amazon, in bio. All these things are not allowed, and so avoid them at all costs. Use something similar but different. Yo, check out my bio. Yo, I posted a long form video. Yo, I have this video in my bio. This is stuff that is allowed to be said. Income claims. Don't go around saying, I'll make you $1 million. Obviously, nothing like that. Guaranteed 2 to 3K profit, stuff like that. Don't say that. Showing your screen too much. You can't be filming your screen too much because the same kind of goes into guiding off the platform. You showing different platforms that might come off as fraud. So you don't want to do all of these things. Target KPIs. The average viewers, the higher the better. This is literally the only metric that counts. Not how many total viewers saw your shit, but average viewers, how much you're holding, because it shows how much interest you're piquing in the life of the people turning in, not how many just came in for a couple seconds and swiped. Then you need to understand lead quality depends on the phase as well. Similar to the restrictions, it comes in phases. Sometimes you get a wave of Indians, sometimes you get a wave of rich people, and then you need to go live daily to not miss out on the good phases and still maximize good leads on the bad phases. A good live should bring you multiple leads and depending on the phase, even multiple calls. We had up to 50 leads per live, which ended up getting us like 5 calls, I think, roughly, depending obviously on the phase, but this made us a lot, tens of thousands of dollars within a week. Then, followers don't matter, views don't matter, the average viewers only matter. So, fucked up wording, but you get the point. Nothing matters but the average viewers. If you have the YouTube in bio and it's good, you can leverage that in the DMs, and through that the video should get hundreds of views and overall boost your YouTube as well. Structure of the lives. So this is very important, so lock in with me for a second. You need your biggest success as a headline. And ideally you put a proof screenshot right under it. It's optional, but it would be ideal to show that you're actually not lying, because there's a lot of grifters. Then you do some Ask Me Anything style. There's different ways you can do it, but we found that Ask Me Anything just works the best to spark conversations. And then you're doing the work live. You're showing what you're working on, you're explaining the models and how you're doing stuff, and then you're just being locked in. So for example, you can either actually go in and do the work and explain it, or just being super locked in and waiting for people to interact with you essentially. Then interact with the chat, and then build your program into the replies. So you make subtle CTAs every 3 to 5 minutes, or whenever you're answering a question, you're kind of basing it off of true stories, but not spamming it, but actually using it properly. But let me show you some short CTAs. DM me if you want to learn more. DM me if you want to start. If you're interested in learning from me one-to-one, just DM me. And that's how you get it. And obviously go for 1 hour minimum per day to get the best results possible. And now, what is your step-by-step roadmap to get started with this today? You go live on TikTok today, you set up the account and just go live once you can. You want to get the setup done as fast as possible. Then you keep building the routine. It's really about going live for 1 hour a day, every day, and just showing the algorithm you're actually on and about this stuff. Then you're dialing in the systems for TikTok's downsides, because I told you TikTok has downsides, but you need to account for them. But If you want me and my team to come in and just do all of this for you and find you bottlenecks so that you can make more money and have more time, my IG is in the bio as well. Reach out, text me if you have any questions regarding this entire process as well. Just reach out, ask me anything you want. I hope this helps you out and actually changes your life for the better. I hope you make an extra $100,000 a month off of this, and I think the potential is huge. Don't let anyone tell you the space is figured out, it's hard and whatnot. Do cool stuff, try shit out, and I'll see you in the next one.